Bean. Don't be crying. The stream just started. Don't be crying now. Don't you cry now. You just sit there and you look pretty. All right? You just sit there and look pretty. Take me down into your paradise. Hey, well, hey everybody. Have you liked and subscribed yet? Yes or no? I'm a very sad person. Alrighty. Chris, you finally caught me before work, and I will not release you. You're not going to work. Sit the fuck down. Lock in. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Mic is good. Volume is good. Yeah, I think I might have finally figured out the perfect distance, gain, and dial for the mic. This kind of feels good. Like, I feel like I can talk normally. I could talk like this, and it's a little bit less, it's less intrusive. It's not as loud. And then when I really want to make a point, and I'm talking normally like this, and then when I fucking crash out, it's really not even that bad. Even if I crash out, it's still not that bad. Right? This is water. Welcome to the Valenti Videos live stream. I'm your perfect and humble leader, Chris Valenti, and breaking news! 40 billion Guatemalans are raping the Statue of Liberty, according to Donald Trump. No, I'm totally fucking kidding. Oh no! Oh, we've got a lot to talk about. Just kidding. It looks like the big beautiful bill probably won't get signed today, considering a whole bunch of like politicians can't even make it to D.C. because of the storms in the Northeast. Oh hell no! Oh hell no! Oh hell no! Hey yo! Looks like Fox News says a sneaky move by the Dems has a lot of Republicans very angry. I wonder what that could possibly mean. But before we dive in, let's check Trump Truth. Trump Truth, what do you got? Hey, Chris and chat, I missed the last stream. That's unforgivable. I'm going to need you to give me 20 push-ups. Ben Shakira. Gas prices are at a 4-year low. That's not true. The one big beautiful bill permanently secures the border. That's not true. Congressman Jason Smith said, quote, "We are gonna get the one big beautiful bill passed and to your desk. This will be for the people who don't have lobbyists in this town. The farmers, the welders, the waitresses, the nurses pulling double shifts, the truck drivers hauling goods across the country, the folks who work hard, play by the rules, and ask for nothing more than a fair shot, and a government that works for them, not against them. The one big beautiful bill is their bill. It's about restoring sanity in a town that's lost it. It cuts the waste. It reins in the reckless spending. It demands that if you're able to work, you should. It delivers the largest tax cut in history. And it stops asking working families to foot the bill for Washington's bad decisions, thanks to your vision, leadership, and determination. You are my favorite president. Let's get this done. And scene. What the fuck? What? 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 What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What is this?
No American farmland to China. Retruth if you think we should take every single acre of American farmland China owns back immediately.
Well, goddamn, I honestly can't disagree there. Why does the Chinese government own so much of my land? Chris, answer my question. Fuck you. What do you say? That's what I would think, Jacob, but he seems like he really meant it as a genuine compliment. I was just told by an older guy that I have fantastic presence. Chris, what does that mean? My brother in Christ, I have fantastic presence. And you know what that means. Lock in. All right, let's see what the sneaky move is.
Now,
let's see what this
but it is
oh,
no layup
shit!
for Speaker Mike Johnson.
This is no longer...
Hi. Again, Chris Valenti here. I would like to formally apologize for ass-fucking your ear there with a little bit of Fox News. You know, that's not like me, that's not like us, that's not the way that we do things around here. I'll get my tech guy, Vis Crolenti, immediately on that shit. All right?
just a House bill. It's not a Senate bill. It's the bill of the people, of the hardworking American people, and we are going to deliver it. We got a clear mandate from the people in November to do this. President Trump ran on a clear set of priorities and promises, and we did as well, and this is the vehicle to deliver it. We're almost there at that finish line.
Yo, this guy's got an app on his phone and his son's phone that lets them monitor each other's porn usage. It's not a joke. They got the real spank bank. They've got like, they know exactly what each other's watching. That's real shit. What the fuck? What the actual fuck, dude? That's the craziest shit I did ever hear.
Allow me to get in the weeds without losing
It's fucking diabolical.
my mind. Because I have a long list of things that I absolutely despise.
We'd expect nothing less.
About what was inserted over in the Senate to placate the likes of Lisa Murkowski.
Oh, boy.
It's not just Lisa Murkowski, it was also the lobbyist for the climate con artist.
Amen. Yes. I'm with you.
Right? Ugly. Yeah. Ugly.
Last minute insertion. Ugly.
A paragraph.
That's correct. How it works.
It added $100 billion.
Hey, Chris, can you tell me how to get my mother to stop supporting Trump and Israel? Getting somebody to stop supporting Israel is much harder than getting them to stop supporting Trump. But you do the old method. Before you even ask her about Trump, you just say, hey, Ma, you support the Constitution? That's all you got to do. And if she says yes, then you start going, all right, well, what about, like, 2-term limits, like the 22nd Amendment? What do you think about that one? You don't even bring up Trump. You don't even do it. You go, okay, well, what about, like, everybody, what about all people are entitled to due process? What about the 14th Amendment? You know, see what she fucking says about, like, you don't bring up Trump until you get them and their opinions, and then you bring up Trump, and you'll go, but Mom, you just said you thought term limits were important. And then she goes, oh, that's and then you go, and then you're very calm, and you go, Mom, it seems like you're willing to give a pass to Trump. I don't know why, Ma. What the fuck? I'm not trying to be rude. I don't get it. Why does he get to bypass the Constitution? I don't understand. Getting somebody to stop supporting Israel is going to be a lot more different. It's a lot harder to get people to understand what an apartheid is and what an ethno-state is. I mean, I guess the best way that I would do it is you could say, listen, Ma, whatever you want to believe, you want to believe. But do you believe that American boys and girls should go fight and die at the behest of defending Israel? And if she says yes, then, you know, come back and we'll pick through it. But for now, like, you know, most people are going to go, no, I don't think that we should be fighting and dying for them, but maybe giving them support. And then that's at least a chip in the marble. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's got a lot of Republicans in the House very angry. Right now, so about 15 minutes from now, that's based on Chad Pergram's timing, the House is expected to vote on the rule. And the House must first adopt the rule in order to then consider the full bill. And if the rule fails, the House is then...
Brother goes, my grandpa said he would have fought for the Confederacy. Mind you, I'm half black. Which half is your grandfather? Please tell me.
And blocked from considering the entire one big beautiful bill or putting it up for a full vote. As of this morning, there were more than, this is based on Chad's reporting and my own reporting.
Good shit, Golden Son.
There were more than 12, so more than a dozen Republican no's on the rule, on the test vote, just to get to the big beautiful bill and put it on the...
Bro, 12 Republicans voting no on the test vote is fucking crazy, because if the Republicans lose 3 votes, they're done. The bill doesn't pass. And here's the thing. I think we're fucked either way. Bill passes, we're cooked. Bill doesn't pass, I think Trump is going to go on a fucking temper tantrum that the world has never fucking seen.
The floor. And so if this vote goes down, according to Chad, Republicans cannot even bring this bill to the floor. So this is what we're waiting for right now. People are, conservatives are PO'd about what happened over in the Senate. How do you see
Yeah, I mean, look, the House delivered a clean bill without this exemptions for solar and wind subsidies. The first version of the Senate bill actually changed placed in service to under construction, which extended them. Then the next version got back to where we should have been. And then at the last minute, you mentioned, and I know this is getting in the weeds for everyone, I'd encourage you to check out Alex Epstein's Energy Talking Points. He does a great...
Alex who? Alex who? Wait a minute. Rewind.
Minute you mentioned, and I know this is getting in the weeds for everyone. I'd encourage you to check out Alex Epstein's Energy Talking Points. He does a great job
Probably no relation, right?
of articulating this, but there's one paragraph insertion that basically creates 12-month window to begin construction, and if they do that, it's as little as 5% expenditures. It opens up these tax credits and
Play some Warzone right now. You think I play Warzone, bro? I ain't no pussy.
subsidies for the next decade, which could be hundreds of billions, if not $1 trillion.
But my question is, can Republicans reject this? Can they find a compromise between the House and the Senate bill? They're way apart. Is there a compromise somewhere in there? And do you really think Republicans are going to reject what is the biggest piece of President Trump's agenda right now? I just don't see that happening.
Well,
but I don't know how we get
Period, Jack.
It is not a, it doesn't have to, I don't mean to hog the floor. Jump in here.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be, it's not an all or nothing. It is a, we're going to make changes to it and send it back to the Senate.
Right.
It is not adhering to the July 4th deadline, obviously.
No.
But that is the central question. The Republicans who are fiscally conservative, as they damn well should be, given the $38 trillion in debt and the $1.2 trillion that we're paying in interest on the national debt just right now annually. They're trying to figure out, and this is based on a source of mine, what to ask for exactly. Do they go back to demanding that some of the House policies, like, reducing the payment from the federal government to states that give Medicaid to illegal aliens? That got taken out of the Senate bill. Do they go back to demanding that, or demanding what was put back in for the Green New Deal? So what do they want?
Dude, I always find it so funny how angry these people are at, like, you got to remember what at the end of the day, what they're angry about is people getting health care. Take whatever the fuck else out of it just for a second and like, oh, it's taxpayer money. Oh, they're undocumented immigrants. Even if it's not happening, just think about the level of aggression that these people have. They're acting like, not like there's states that are allowing murder. They're acting like there's states that still have slavery. For the level of rage, for the thought of somebody else that you've never met getting health care. What the fuck, dog? I wanna see the rage on her face again. It's crazy.
Reducing the payment from the federal government to states that give Medicaid to illegal aliens. That got taken out of the Senate bill. Do they go back to demanding that, or demanding what was put back in for the Green New Deal? So what do they want out of this? What do they ask for? Are they just going to get some sort of like fiscal commission?
Well, you guys correct me if I'm wrong. This July 4 was self-imposed, and I like that because it gives us time to get money. What's that famous Federal Reserve saying? The long and variable lags of monetary policy. It takes time for money and fiscal policies to work its way through the system for midterm. So I understand the urgency, especially wanting to combat all the tariff news, get this passed. That said, if you need a few more days or a week or whatever to figure out this bill, I'm actually okay with that.
It is funny. I mean, Nelson, you're right. I'll say one thing. That's a bright light. I'll say one thing. It's insane how every single woman on Fox is a carbon copy. You know? They're all fucking carbon copies, dog. Hi, Bubba. You all right? You taking a sun bath? You want everyone to get a look? Hey, Bubba. Okay. Back to work.
Dang.
By the way, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Costs you fuck all. Helps me out a lot. If you do want to support the channel financially, you can become a member for $5. That'll give you access to a whole bunch of shit. You could also become a patron on Patreon. You can buy merch. You could donate to the channel. Other than that, do what you got to do. Go ahead, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Go ahead. Ukraine fears increased Russian aggression after U.S. halt of weapons supply. Thank you for gifting 5 memberships, Onyx. I really appreciate you. Thank you very much. Congratulations to a whole bunch of people. I really appreciate that, Onyx. Thank you very much. Tuesday, the White House said it had cut off some weapons deliveries to Ukraine. Trump derangement syndrome? Bro, the only person who's got TDS is you, bro. You've got Trump deity syndrome. You're on your fucking hands and knees praying to a guy. It's fucking nutty, bro. Thank you for the $5, Rocky Lucid. Money, 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 money. Zoran Mamdani. Fuck, I thought he was Sicilian. Oh, my, but I don't know why. Beans? The decision was taken to put America's interests first, following a Defense Department review of U.S. military support and assistance to other world countries. Zelensky said the two countries were now clarifying all the details on supplies. Yeah, no, I mean, listen, he's right. All of this is... Oh, Obi asked his question. Let me go back up. What do we need to do to get Trump out of office? The only thing that we can do is get the 25th Amendment, but, you know. There ain't much. There ain't much. Really ain't much. Yeah, dude, I mean, listen, Ukraine is fucked without American weapons. And as soon as Ukraine falls, then Putin's going to start establishing bases on that border and start encroaching on other territories. It's fucked. Oh, we got a whole bunch of haters in at once. Do you guys have a Discord? Hi. I actually sell Stick to History Bro merch. If you'd like some motivation, right down below, you could check out the mugs. They're pretty good. Speaking of my fall off, I'd like to appreciate everybody for 73,000 subs. I think we're about to hit 73,000, and this last month was my best month on YouTube yet. We're trying to make sure that this month is the next best month, you know, keep going up, never want to stop. We're getting close to 100K subs. That's when we're going to get that YouTube play button. So thank you very much to all the recent subs. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all you got to do. How much is it for the mugs? Everything's dirt cheap. I got really, not shitty, but I got really cheap merch. We got a new Trump truth. Oh, we're not on the right page. How many times does Trump get his cheeks clapped by Elon? No idea. No idea. I know. Trump hasn't truthed. Oh, yeah. Did you guys hear about this? That 60 Minutes interview that Trump sued Paramount over, and then the guy, he like retired from 60 Minutes, and he was like, "Yo, we're fucked. The Trump administration is fucking us." So Paramount settled. They settled. They bent the knee. They're not fighting them in court. And here's the thing, man. This is the thing about the American justice system. Whoever's got more money always wins because they've got the ability to just drag out the lawsuit and drain all of your money. Trump's a fucking multi-billionaire. And he's got a whole bunch of billionaire buddies that'll keep him in the lawsuit. So, you know, Paramount settled, finally. Paramount will pay $16 million in settlement with Trump over 60 Minutes interview. In a case that became closely watched test of whether a corporation would back its journalists and stand up to President Donald Trump, Paramount Global decided to pay Trump $16 million to settle a lawsuit regarding editing at CBS' storied 60 Minutes news program. Crazy shit. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Trump's lawyers claimed he suffered mental anguish. No fucking shot, bro. Oh my God. Yo, any MAGA in here? Any MAGA in here? Yo, is there any MAGA in here? Yo, MAGA, come on. There's got to be one of yous. There's got to be one of yous. Thank Trump, lol. Only all videos about him. LOL, you're still an entertaining creator, though, even though we have differences in thought. Hope you hit 100K soon. All right, so real quick, MAGA chud. What about your big, strong alpha leader saying that he suffered mental anguish from disputed CBS News interview with Kamala Harris? He suffered mental anguish. Trump's status as a content creator was also damaged by attention given to the interview, his lawyers said. Yo, what's your opinion on this, MAGA? Who cares, bruh? Are you dead ass? This is the president suing a fucking journalist, getting them to pay $16 million. He's attacking journalism. The first fucking thing fascists go for is the fucking press. They go for the press. They go for the judges. They go for the education. He's already suing Harvard. He's suing all these federal judges. He arrested one of them. When does it become a problem? Oh, it just don't matter. Oh, well, fucking, then stop fucking speaking. Then leave it up to the adults who understand how important this fucking shit is. The fuck? I mean, for fuck's sake, dog. Bro, you're talking to kids? Oh. Whoops. The fuck? Whoops. Whoops. Lawyers always exaggerate, and anything. You spending this much time on a small thing shows me you're uneducated. The fact that you don't consider the president of the United States suing journalists, he got Paramount to give $60 million for editing. Do you not, let me ask you something. What do you think about political leaders attacking the free press? Is that a big deal or no? What is it? Do you believe that a political leader attacking the free press is a big deal or no? Genuinely. Come on. Press isn't free. Follow the money, most of it. That shit left-leaning. Jesus Christ, you're stupid. It's left-leaning, bro. You're a fucking idiot. I can't help you, dog. Jesus Christ. I hate this fucking piece of shit, dog. Oh my god.
I just want to follow up on those questions.
Hold on. Before we watch this, I'll give motivation one chance. Would you like to go through the 14 key characteristics of fascism as written by Dr. Lawrence Britt in 2003, and you just tell me whether you think he meets each one? Would you like to do that? Would you like to do that? Because we've done it before. I'll do it again. Would you like to do that? Because I'll pull her up. All right. All right. So here's how we'll do this, guys. Here's how we're going to do this. Every time we go through one, because I don't want this to take too long, all right? Every time we go through one, you just hit me with a Y or an N, okay? For whether he meets it or he doesn't, all right? A Y or an N, all right? So, and I have a question. There's no real way to do this, so I'm actually going to let the MAGA guy choose. Motivation. How many of the 14 characteristics would somebody have to meet before you would be willing to call them a fascist, right? Is it 7? Is that, because that's half? How many? How many for you? How many characteristics of fascism does he have to meet? You're going to ask your commie chat, or actually, Jesus Christ, you don't even know what communism is. How many? At least 7? Okay, let's do it. All right. So first of all, let's give the background here. This is done in spring 2003. Political science Dr. Lawrence Britt recently wrote an article about fascism, okay, studying the fascist regimes of Hitler, Mussolini, Franco, Suharto, Pinochet. Dr. Britt found that they all had 14 elements in common. He calls these the identifying characteristics of fascism. The expert is in accordance with the magazine's policies. All right, so is this okay for background? Because you can't call this like a left-leaning MAGA guy. This is 2003, you know what I'm saying? Motivation, are we good with this? Because it's not like you can say this is some liberal, you know what I mean? This is a fucking political scientist who studied all this shit. Are we good with this? Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? It could be, lol. It's 2003, dude. No. We're not moving on until you are comfortable with using this as a source, bro. This is Dr. Lawrence Britt, one of the main fascist experts, okay? Fascism experts, okay? You have to be willing to accept this, for God's sake, dude. This is 2003. You probably weren't even alive. Sure, brother? Okay. Number 1. Powerful and continuing nationalism. Fascist regimes tend to make constant use of patriotic mottos, slogans, symbols, songs, and other paraphernalia. Flags are seen everywhere, as are flag symbols on clothing and in public displays. I would say, yeah, he meets that. He meets that. I want his. I want our MAGA guy here. I want our MAGA guy. I want his response. I don't find anything wrong with that, though. That's not the fucking question. Holy fucking shit. Try to think. It says, these are the identifying characteristics. Okay? They all have 14 elements in common. Holy fucking shit. I didn't ask you if you had anything in problem with it, you dumb fuck. I asked you if he fucking meets the qualification. Holy fuck, stay on track. It's the first one. It's the first one. Oh my God. Holy shit on a shingle. Luigi, no, I get to scream. You don't get to scream. I get to scream. You don't get to scream. Holy fuck. Keep going. No, answer. Yes or no. Does he meet this one? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Does he meet this one? We all know it's a yes. I know you guys know it's a yes. You guys are fucking, you've done this 40 fucking times. Yeah, sure. All right, so that's 1 of 14. Somebody keep track of his calculations, okay? That's 1 of 14. Number 2, disdain for the recognition of human rights. Because of fear of enemies and the need for security, the people in fascist regimes are persuaded that human rights can be ignored in certain cases because of need. The people tend to look the other way or even approve of torture, summary executions, assassinations, long incarcerations of prisoners, etc. No? Okay, so motivation. Let me ask you. Read this again. Do you think that due process should be taken away from illegal immigrants because we are, quote unquote, being invaded? Because that's probably something you believe in. You want to get rid of due process, right? You want to get rid of due process. That is what you want, right? Due process for citizens? No, it is not. You are incorrect. It is for all persons in the United States. It makes that abundantly clear in the Constitution. Abundantly clear. That is not opinionated. It is for all persons within the United States. It is not for all citizens. Do you want to know why I know that? Let me ask you before we move on to the next one. Okay? Motivation. Why is it that all citizens are entitled to the Second Amendment, but all persons are entitled to due process? Why did they use two different words, citizens and persons, if they didn't have a clear distinction? No, it's not the Constitution was written for the citizens. No, you stupid fuck. It says all persons. This is non-debatable. It's non-debatable. This is not, I'm not asking your opinion. It is a fact that due process is entitled to all persons in the United States of America. Facts don't care about your feelings, dumb bitch. They don't. It is a fact. All right, so 2 out of 14. No, this guy's literally trying to rewrite the Constitution. He's trying to rewrite the Constitution to make a point. He's trying to rewrite the Constitution to make a point. It's unfucking real. It's unfucking real. We're gonna have due process for millions of illegals? Yeah, dumb fuck, that's what we've had this entire goddamn time. Since the fucking Constitution was written, you stupid fuck. We've had due process for all persons. Hold on, watch this, watch this. Hey, motivation, you're an undocumented immigrant. You're an undocumented immigrant. You are an undocumented immigrant. Motivation. Deport him. You're an undocumented immigrant. This guy's an undocumented immigrant. He's also an Iranian sleeper cell agent. No, we should call ICE. We should report him. Coming into the country illegally is a crime. Hold on, dumb fuck. You're an illegal immigrant. So you should be deported. Motivation Inc. You are an undocumented immigrant. And you're an Iranian sleeper cell agent. You need to be deported immediately and sent to CCOT. Sure? No, you are. You are. You absolutely are. We know this. We know this. We know this. Everybody call ICE. Everybody report this guy. Yeah, no, this guy's an undocumented immigrant. And undocumented immigrants don't get due process. so we should just immediately deport him. Right? 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 Isn't that the case? You're an undocumented immigrant, so you don't get any due process. Deport you. Well, that was easy. No point in going over the keys things of fascism. If he's an undocumented immigrant, we'll just deport him. You can prove things with paperwork? No, you don't get to. That's due process. You don't get to go to court with your papers, you stupid fuck. You don't get to go. You just said no due process for illegal immigrants. You're an illegal immigrant. You don't get to use your papers to prove anything. You stupid fuck. No court for you. No, you don't get to use your papers. No. All your papers are fake. Is it clicking yet, you stupid inbred fucking rat? Is it clicking yet, dumbass? But you can do my paperwork and you can prove. That's called due process, you stupid fucking idiot. How fucking dumb are you? How fucking dumb are you? You might be the fucking dumbest person in this chat. There's 310 people here. You might be the fucking stupidest person here. How does that feel? I need to know. I need to know. I've got to know. Please tell me. Come on. Don't run. Don't run. Tell me how it feels to be the stupidest motherfucker in a room of 310 people. I've never felt that. Never felt it once in my life. Gotta know. Inform me. Jesus Christ. Look in the mirror. Oh, no, now you're getting fucking triggered. Oh, no. Hold on. You want to use your papers to prove that you're not an undocumented immigrant, right? Dumb fuck. That's due process. You don't get due. You just said no due process for illegal immigrants. You're an illegal immigrant. What are you going to do? What are you going to do now? What's your move now, Jack? Come on, tell me, what's your move now? I've called ICE, and they're headed your way. You're an illegal immigrant. Come on. Think. Deport? Exactly. Deport you. Bang. That is the world that you think we live in. You think that due process doesn't apply to everybody in here. You're an idiot. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? Tell Daddy you understand that you're an idiot. Come on. Come on. Anyway, let's move on. So, it's only 1 out of 14 for motivation because he is incapable of All right, hold on. One last thing, brother. What do you think about this one? Long incarcerations of prisoners. Are you okay with sending people to, sending U.S. citizens to a slave labor camp in El Salvador? Because that's what Trump said on video. He said he wants to send U.S. citizens to El Salvador. So, are you okay with that? Yes or no? Are you okay with that? Yes or no? Hasn't done it? That's not the question, you fucking worm. Are you okay with deporting U.S. citizens to a slave labor camp in El Salvador? Yes or no? Yes, it is unconstitutional. Kikul. Very unconstitutional. They've also, yes, you are right, guys. They've deported at least 10 U.S. citizens, but not to CCOT. That is true. He has already deported U.S. citizens. Find the video? Sure. It'll take me a second. Here you go.
Deporting individuals that aren't foreign aliens but are criminals to El Salvador. Does that include potentially U.S. citizens, fully naturalized Americans?
If they're criminals and if they hit people with baseball bats over their head that happen to be 90 years old, and if they rape 87-year-old women in Coney Island, Brooklyn, Yeah, that includes them. What do you think? There's special category of
They also said it again.
They're as
Nelson,
bad
get
as
the clip.
anybody
Send me that
comes
clip.
in. We have bad ones too.
If you can.
And I'm all for it because we can do things with the president for less money and have great security. And we have a huge prison population. We have a huge number of prisons, and then we have the private prisons, and some are operated well, I guess, and some aren't. But he does a great job with that. We have others that we're negotiating with too. But no, if it's a homegrown criminal, I have no problem. Now,
so there's one clip, and then he said it again yesterday. He said it again yesterday.
The disastrous decision by the Supreme Court 4 days ago that allows the Trump administration to begin implementing.
I want the clip.
We look forward to the success of this facility.
This is
here.
oh, hold on, dumb fuck. Are you still in here? Please tell me you're still in here, dumb fuck. You didn't run, right? Because there's another one. He said it yesterday too. Please don't tell me you ran away, dumb fuck. Dumb fuck. Please, come back. Say something. All right, no, he's still here. There he is.
Facilities like
good
this.
Boy, good boy, good boy, good boy.
You feel that the country needs in order to enact your
Good boy.
agenda of mass deportations.
Well, I think we'd like to see them in many states, really, many states. This one, I know Ron's doing a second one, at least a second one, and probably a couple of more. And, you know, at some point, they might morph into a system where you're going to keep it for a long time. You know, it's not that far away from jails that take years to build and money is spent and wasted. And, you know, like the railway that they have in California that cost like 40 times more than it was supposed to cost. The same things happens with prisons. You look at this in a short period of time, Ron, James, and some of the people that really worked on it along with our people, they did this in less than a week. And you look at it, it's incredible. The incredible thing is picking the site, because the site was one of the most natural sites. It might be as good as the real Alcatraz site.
Before we move on, I also just have a quick question so I can understand just how stupid dumb fuck is. Dumb fuck. Do you like the idea of having a ICE detention center surrounded by a moat full of alligators that is designed to eat them if they try to escape? Is that cool to you? Notice how liberals can never have a conversation. Shut the fuck up, rat. Is that cool to you? Tell me. Is that cool to you? Having a nice, cute little moat full of alligators around the ICE detention facility? Is that cute? You like that? I need to know what I'm dealing with. I need to know what I'm dealing with. Brother, I didn't even fucking read your message. Just answer mine. I don't give a shit about anything you say. Tell me. Is it cool to have a moat full of gators around the ICE detention center? Is that cool? Nice medieval style. And then we're going to keep going. Dumb fuck, come on. Your ego kind of needs a check. Dude, I'm barely talking to a fucking human. Are you kidding me? This guy's a shell of a man. He's willing to forsake all of his rights for his big daddy Trump. This is his fucking god king. No, I have no decorum with these fucking pieces of shit. Come on. Are you here still, bitch boy? Are you here? Answer the question. You didn't come here to have a respectful conversation, brother. You don't believe in fucking constitutional law. You want to violate every fucking constitutional law because your big daddy fucking tells you to. Get Trump's dick out of your fucking mouth, bitch. Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, it could be. Well, that's a spooky one too, isn't it? Huh? That's a tough sight. But, so I think it could last as long as they want to have it. I mean, you may morph this into, you know, your prison system, frankly, which I know you always need, unfortunately. I'd like to say, you know, a little controversial, but I couldn't care less. We have a lot of bad criminals that came into into this country, and they came in stupidly. It was an unforced error. It was an incompetent president that allowed it to happen. It was an auto pen maybe that allowed it to happen, and it did happen. But we also have a lot of bad people that have been here for a long time, people that whack people over the head with a baseball bat from behind when they're not looking and kill them, people that knife you when you're walking down the street. They're not new to our country. They're old to our country. Many of them were born in our country. I think we ought to get them the hell out of here, too. You want to know?
Hold on. So did you hear that, Motivation Inc.? Let's play it again.
To our country. Many of them were born in our country. I think we ought to get them the hell out of here, too. You want to know the truth. So maybe that'll be the next job that we'll work on together. But I think getting them out, we forget about them. We had some bad accidents in New York. And they're not accidents. They were done very much in purpose. People being pushed into a subway just before it arrives, going 40 miles an hour. And they're 10 feet away from where the thing is, to get pushed right into the face of the subway train, get whacked and killed. And these are sick people. We ought to get them.
So what do you think about that? What do you think about Trump saying he wants to deport people who were born in the United States? What do you think about that? What is your take on Donald Trump, the president of the United States, saying he wants to deport people who were born on U.S. soil? What is your take? We're all waiting. We're all waiting to hear it. How many times did I say major criminals belong in jail? I don't care where they go. Okay, so you are okay. You are okay with that. All right, yeah, dude, you're a fascist. You're a fascist. All right, let's keep on moving. Identification of enemies/scapegoats is a unifying cause. The people are rallied into unifying patriotic frenzy over the need to eliminate a perceived common threat or foe. Liberals, minorities, communists, socialists, terrorists. So are you going to pretend that he doesn't meet this one too? Are you going to pretend like he doesn't meet this one as well? He absolutely meets this one. Without a shadow of a doubt. No? All right, so this guy, all right, ban this guy. He's just a troll. Either this guy's a troll or he's actually licking Donald Trump's boot every single day. Ban this fucking guy. Get him out of here.
I'm sure you do.
Thank you for the $5.
So are you saying that you don't believe it's a two-person race going into the general election? And then to be clear, you didn't thank him for dismissing your case, just for helping you out in general, highlighting that you were being unfairly targeted.
100%. I thanked him for, listen, I've said this over and over again. These last 15 months have been the most difficult months of my entire life. I watched a record and legacy that really young people were proud of. Young people would stop me on the street and tell them how proud they were when I was with 100 blacks in law enforcement who care. How proud I was when I was a state senator, when I became the first person of color to be the president and the second person of color to be the mayor after 30 years absent after David Dinkins. In 15 months, I watched this media and others really dismantle my entire reputation. I watched them call me.
You dismantled your own reputation by accepting more bribes than any New York City leader in fucking modern history. God, I fucking hate Eric Adams. Jesus Christ.
All right, House Republicans are scrambling right now to pass President Trump's mega bill before his self-imposed July 4th deadline. The measure facing a key procedural vote in the chamber today. Among the major sticking points, still concerns over the strip of Medicaid coverage for nearly 12 million Americans and adding more than $3 trillion to the deficit over a decade. The president today again urging Republicans to pass the massive tax break and spending cuts bill as Speaker Mike Johnson faces a tough task of uniting his razor-thin majority behind it. ABC News correspondent Jay O'Brien is tracking the latest on the Hill. And Jay, where do things stand right now with this procedural vote?
Yeah, Alex, we're at a standstill here. The House floor has a vote that's been going on now for more than 2 hours. It was supposed to be a quick vote, and then they were going to go on to that key procedural vote, as you said, that key procedural hurdle that would advance President Trump's massive mega bill. If it were to pass that procedural vote, then we would begin debate, and then we would move on to the final vote and final passage of this bill. But what House Republican leadership are doing right now is keeping this vote before that procedural vote opens so that they can have the time to work on their holdouts, because they have more than a dozen holdouts, some moderates who don't like cuts to Medicaid, and then particularly hardline conservatives who don't like the price tag in this bill, as you were saying, who have said that if we were to get to that procedural vote, they would right now vote no, or at minimum be holdout votes, and therefore this rule, this thing that would kick off debate and finally get us on track to pass this mega bill out of the House, would fail, would be tanked. I caught up with Andy Harris, chair of the House Freedom Caucus, where a number of these members are a part of, earlier today, about what exactly they want out of President Trump, who's been hosting these ongoing negotiations at the White House, and out of Speaker Johnson, who's been so critically involved in trying to wrangle his House Republican conference together to pass this. Here's what he said. The president wants this passed now. Are you standing in his way? Sounds like you are.
My brother had leukemia when he was young. The 6-year-old was my final straw. I'm putting my voice out there. Any advice for a new content creator that I would need? Push the boundaries. Always be, don't say anything fucking stupid that'll get you in trouble, but push the boundaries. You say what needs to be said in order to get the platform. That's it. You say what needs to be said in order to get the platform. Once you have the platform, you say what you want to say. People listen to the loudest voice in the room, not the smartest.
What does he want passed now? He wants Senate version or the House version?
He wants a bill on his desk to sign by Friday.
Well, then call the Senate back in town, because it can't get passed by Friday unless the Senate's in town.
Now, look, that idea of calling the Senate back in town to pass some kind of rewritten bill out of the House is a non-starter with Speaker Johnson. He and other House Republican leaders
can you ban this fucking Islamophobe Motivation Inc., please? Get rid of this fucking piece of shit.
Their chamber as is. And what we've heard from some other holdouts at this hour, Alex, is that they are open to potentially supporting this bill in its current form if they get some assurances out of the White House about how this bill will be implemented, and even some assurances about executive orders in the future and even some future legislation. So those discussions are what are being had right now.
Well, and Jay, I mean, I think the big question is, with so many Republicans kind of on the fence right now, I mean, could this measure still face more proposed changes without bringing the Senate back into this?
Well, you can't change it without bringing the Senate back in. And so what those holdouts have signaled they've wanted, Ralph Norman, one of those key holdouts who was a holdout on this bill even when it passed the House the first time in May before it was kicked over to the Senate, just gaggled with reporters out here moments ago. And he seemed to indicate that the discussions being had at the White House, and now with administration officials who have shuttled up from the White House here to Capitol Hill, including Russ Vought, the director of the Office of Management and Budget, are
Anything new from King Doland? Fuck all.
I'll be writing letters to a lot of countries, and I think you're just starting to understand the process. We've dealt with Japan. I'm not sure if we're going to make a deal. I doubt it with Japan. They're very tough. You have to understand they're very spoiled. I love Japan. I really like the new prime minister. Abe was one of my closest friends. As you know, the new prime minister is great. He's a very strong guy. But
dude, the audacity for an American leader to call any other people on planet Earth spoiled is fucking insane.
Others are so spoiled from having ripped us off for 30, 40 years that it's really hard for them to make a deal. You know, it's very hard. As an example with Japan, they won't take rice, and yet they desperately need rice. You know that. But they won't take rice. They won't take other products that we have. But think of it, they need rice.
Bro, do we have rice patties in the United States? Do we have rice patties in the United States? Oh my God, there are. What the fuck? How many? There's fucking 5,000 of them? Oh. All right, hold on. There's 5,000 rice farms in the United States. Guess how many there are in Japan? Guess, just take a wild guess. If you guessed 2.3 million farms, then you got a bingo. Dolan, they don't need our rice. What the fuck are we talking about?
Rice so badly, but they won't take rice. I think that was an easy one. On the cars,
that's a suspicious amount of rice. They're Japanese.
You know, they send out millions. We didn't give them one car in 10 years. They won't take any cars, but they'll sell millions. So we told them, sorry, you can't do that. And
no shot. Motivation Inc. made a second account to come back here. Dude, suck my dick. Get this fucking loser the fuck out of here. Dude, how parasocial do you gotta be to do that fucking shit? Are you dead ass? Are you dead ass, dude? Holy fuck.
Great relationship, great reliance, and really a great sort of a partnership in a way. But on trade, they've been very unfair. And those days are gone. So what I'm going to do is I'll write them a letter and say we thank you very much. And we know you can't do the kind of things that we need. And therefore you'll pay a 30%, 35%, or whatever the number is that we determine, because we also have a very big trade deficit with Japan, as you know. And it's very unfair to the American people.
All right, so Trump thinks we're fucking going to be... What a dumbass. What a dumbass. Oh, some good news.
Tesla just reported a record sales plunge.
Hell yeah!
Fell more than 10%.
Hell fucking yeah, ladies and gentlemen. We actually got some good news. Elon Musk is not having a good day.
In the last 3 months. Its stock is down 17% for the year so far. Investors are hoping that Elon Musk will refocus on his company and revive Tesla after leaving the administration. But just this week, Musk dove right back into politics, renewing his feud with President Trump over the administration's signature piece of legislation. Joining us now is reporter for the New York Times and co-author of Character Limit, How Elon Musk Destroyed Twitter, Kate Conger. Thank you so much for being with us, Kate. What do you think is contributing to this?
We are back with our breaking news. The judge in the Sean Diddy Combs trial has just rather shockingly denied him bail. This, of course, coming after the news that the jury convicted him of 2 of the lesser charges in the government's case against him, finding him not guilty of the 3.
Don't we like Teslas? Doesn't matter. Elon Musk is in charge of it. Therefore, the company must fail. Elon Musk is on track to becoming the world's first trillionaire. If you advocate for the success of his business, you are advocating for your own demise. Thank you for the $5. This is a two-parter. 1, who was your favorite politician? 2, what is something that you disagree with them about? My favorite politician, do they have to be alive? Because I'd probably say FDR. Something I disagree with FDR about. I don't think he went hard enough on essentially, what's the word I would use? Paralyzing the rich. He should have paralyzed them, not just raise their taxes. He should have turned all of the institutions publicly owned. Japanese internment. Yeah, Japanese internment. Shit. Fuck. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Yeah. Japanese internment. He did do that. That's something he did. That's something he did. He did that. He did that. Okay.
Biggest and most consequential charges. Do we have Elizabeth Wagmeister yet?
You got Trump truth. Give me a Trump truth. Give it to me. 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 I'm very. Oh, there's multiple. Okay. It is my great honor to nominate Joshua D. Dunlap. Go shut the fuck up. He's just advocating for this new fucking judge. He's a pro-Trump judge. Another pro-Trump judge. Just stupid shit. God, he's so fucking stupid. He's so fucking stupid. Still making history videos? Yeah. Every Saturday. Took 2 weeks off, but I'm making a new one this Saturday. Yo, look at this. Look at this trending 9 years ago.
Last night you told CNN, quote, Islam hates us. Did you mean all 1.6 billion Muslims?
I mean a lot of them. I mean a lot of them.
Do you want to clarify the comment at all?
Well, you know, I've been watching the debate today, and they're talking about radical Islamic terrorism or radical Islam, but I will tell you there's something going on that maybe you don't know about, and maybe a lot of other people don't know about, but there's tremendous hatred, and I will stick with exactly what I said to Anderson Cooper.
I know that a lot of people find appeal in the things Donald says because he says what people wish they could say. The problem is presidents can't just say anything they want. It has consequences here and around the world. 2 days ago, I met this extraordinary couple who are on furlough because they're missionaries in Bangladesh. It's a very tough place to be a missionary. It's Muslim. And their safety and security very much relies upon friendly Muslims that live alongside them, that may not convert but protect them and certainly look out for them. And their mission field really are Muslims that are looking to convert to Christianity as well. And they tell me that today they have a very hostile environment in which to operate in because the news is coming out that in America, leading political figures are saying that America doesn't like Muslims. So this has a real impact. There is no doubt that radical Islam is a danger in the world. Anyone out there that has the uniform of the United States on and is willing to die for this country is someone that loves America, no matter what their religious background may be.
You can say what you want, and you can be politically correct if you want. I don't want to be so politically correct. I like to solve problems. We have a serious, serious problem of hate.
I'm not interested in being politically correct. I'm not interested in being politically correct. I'm interested in being correct. And in order to be correct on this issue, here's the bottom line. We do work. There is Islam. Islam has a major problem on its hands. It has a significant percentage of its adherents, particularly in the Sunni faith, but also in the Shia, who have been radicalized and are willing to fly planes into a building and kill innocent people. There is no doubt about that. It is also true that if you look...
Islamophobia, yeah, he's still less Islamophobic than him, but, this is still Islamophobia.
Look around the world at the challenges we face. We are going to have to work together with Muslims who are not radicals. We're going to have to work with the Jordanian kingdom. We're going to have to work with the Saudis. We're going to have to work with the Gulf kingdoms. We're going to have to work with the Egyptians to defeat, for example, ISIS. It will take a Sunni Arab movement to defeat them. And so I think you can be correct without needing to be politically correct. We are going to have to work with people in the Muslim faith, even as Islam itself faces a serious crisis within it.
Thank you, oh, how things have changed. Look at this. 9 years
Senator
ago.
Cruz, you have promised to deport illegal aliens. You've also promised to reverse President Obama's executive action that gives temporary amnesty to illegals that were brought here by their parents as children. As president, you would have the names and addresses of the some 800,000 of those that have registered under that action. Now, you have said that in this country we shouldn't go door to door looking for illegals, but in this case, you'd have a list.
Why is he fucking nodding like that?
Would you use it?
Well, you know, your question highlights a sharp difference on immigration.
And also, can we also just remind ourselves that this man was running for president, and he is a Canadian dude named Raphael.
On this stage. You know, in a Republican primary, everyone talks tough on immigration. Everyone is against illegal immigration in a Republican primary. But as voters, we've been burned over and over again by people that give us a great campaign speech and they don't walk the walk. There are sharp differences on amnesty. If you look at the folks on this stage, when Harry Reid and Chuck Schumer and establishment Republicans were leading the fight to pass a massive amnesty plan, I stood with Jeff Sessions and Steve King and the American people and led the fight to defeat that amnesty plan.
Dude, he's never had Riz ever.
So would you use the addresses?
Now that moment,
would you pick them up?
That moment was what Reagan would call a time for choosing. When it comes to deciding which side of the line you're on, the Rubio-Schumer amnesty plan, apparently supported by the donor class, which is why Washington supported it. The Rubio-Schumer amnesty plan passed the Senate, and it was on the verge of passing the House. House leadership intended to take it up.
Look at little Marco. Oh, little Marco.
After a nail-biter in the Senate, now Republicans in the House face their own pick-your-poison moment. At this hour, the House is at a standstill ahead of a final vote to pass Trump's sweeping domestic policy bill. Whether Republicans have the votes to pass it, that is an open question. Speaker Mike Johnson can only afford 3 Republican no votes, given unified and unanimous Democratic opposition to that bill. Here's House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries.
That's what we are going to do. Show up today, show up tomorrow, show up this week, show up next week, show up this year.
I hate Hakeem Jeffries with a fiery passion, dude. He is such a fucking phony. He is such a fucking phony, dudes. Unbelievable. I turn my mic up. There we go. No, I want the old one. Was that the old one? I think it is. Hold on. This happened a while back.
It appears Fox gave its recent barbershop interview with former President Trump a bit of a trim, leaving some of his tangents, exaggerations, and false claims on the cutting room floor.
Now, we should point out, editing interviews is not unusual, especially when you're dealing with time constraints. Brevity is, of course, important, but the most important element is that the meaning of what's being said has to remain the same so that you don't misrepresent, whether intentionally or not, what your subject is saying. We have to point out the irony here. The former president recently accused CBS of editing a 60 Minutes interview with Vice President Kamala Harris, allegedly to make her look good. CNN chief media analyst Brian Stelter joins us now. And Brian, you've reviewed the full Fox video. What did you find comparing it to what aired?
That's right. Listening to you, I'm reminded of the old expression that everybody needs a good editor. I know I certainly do, but so does Donald Trump. And that's why this story is curious. It's because Trump has been attacking 60 Minutes for its editing decisions, accusing the swatty camera crews to have these moments where, notice, do you believe at some point to answer the question from the attendee right away?
So my question is, with all this extra revenue we're going to be bringing into the country, so do you believe at some point in time we could find a way, once the country's back on its feet and getting enough revenue and paid off our debt, do you think it's possible to find a way to eliminate federal taxes?
There is a way.
And how do you feel about it?
You know, in the old days, when we were a smart country, in the 1890s and all, this is when the country was relatively the richest it ever was.
Good question, interesting answer, but actually that attendee had to ask the question 4 times and get Trump to answer. And Fox stitched it together over the course of 7 minutes to create the illusion of one clear answer. Participants had to keep thinking. I would call it an example instead of normalizing, you know, an example.
Thank you for the gifted membership, Lizard. Appreciate you. Hi, Bean. All right, let's make a video real quick.
The House of Representatives.
All right, let's make a video. Hey there. Hi. Trump got Paramount to bend the knee and settle their lawsuit over this like CBS or what was it, ABC interview, one of those two. And he got $16 million out of it. Whoopee, that's like a fucking nickel to Donald Trump. But more importantly, it's a really scary precedent to set for a president or any sort of political leader to start attacking the free press like this, okay? We're going to cover that. We're also going to cover, like, at the moment, the House is virtually at a standstill with signing in the one big beautiful bill, which will just destroy your life and fucking kill your parents. That's what it's going to do. No, it's just terrible, dude. It's $800 billion cut to Medicaid, $500 billion cut to Medicare, slashes Social Security, food stamps, the VA, sells public land, no regulation for AI, decrease. It's a tax cut for the rich and a tax increase for the poor. It's reverse trickle-down economics. It's give me your money economics. It's ridiculous. Luigi, don't bark. Don't do it. Don't bark. But we're going to cover a lot of it. We got a lot to talk about. We got Constitussies being spammed in the chat, which is hilarious. It just says Valentussi over and over again because it doesn't pop up the emoji. Regardless, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell before we dive into this BBC article and this YouTube video and Donald Trump's Truth Social. If you do want to help support the channel financially, because this is real independent media and I have no funding, a couple of ways you could do it are becoming a patron on Patreon. You could become a member here on YouTube. You can donate money to the channel, you can buy merch, and you can use the 40% off discount code for the Ground News Vantage subscription located in the description below. Huge shout out to everybody who sends me money. You guys are the best. You guys are the reason why I do this. You guys are the reason I'm capable of doing this. And thank you so much for 73,000 subscribers. We're almost at 100K. We're trying to steamroll our way in there. So, again, subscribe. Without further ado, let's get to it. Paramount to pay Trump $16 million to settle a 60 Minutes lawsuit. God damn it. God damn it, Luigi. God damn it. Right when I start that, God damn it, here's a video.
The House of Representatives spent most of this day in a state of suspended animation as GOP leaders tried to wrangle enough votes to pass President Trump's economic agenda before his arbitrary deadline of July 4th. That wrangling was difficult for many reasons. Let's start with a slightly odd one, the weather. Thunderstorms last night canceled dozens of flights to D.C., forcing lawmakers to, in some cases, drive to the nation's capital. And of course, some took the opportunity to memorialize their adventure on social media. Some House Republicans objected to changes written.
All right, back to the article. U.S. media company Paramount Global has agreed to pay $16 million to settle a legal dispute with U.S. President Donald Trump regarding an interview it broadcast on CBS with former Vice President Kamala Harris. Trump filed a lawsuit last October alleging the network had deceptively edited an interview that aired on its 60 Minutes news program with his presidential rival Kamala Harris to, quote, tip the scales in favor of the Democratic Party. Paramount said it would pay to settle the suit, but with the money allocated to Trump's future presidential library, not paid to him directly or indirectly. The company noted the settlement does not include a statement of apology or regret. Oh, you didn't apologize, but you bent the fucking knee. But also, here's the thing, guys. This is how the judicial system in the United States works, is he who has more money can drag the case on for longer, right? And he who can drag the case on for longer is more likely to get their opponent to settle the lawsuit, right? They just keep on dragging it, and all the bills for your lawyer fees, they keep on piling up, and whoever can afford it wins. Trump is a multi-billionaire. He also has multi-billionaire friends who are willing to help him out. I swear to Christ, Luigi. Spokesperson for Trump's legal team swiftly hailed the settlement as a, quote, win for the American people over the, quote, fake news media. Just so you know, one of the ways that Trump won this case was by his lawyers literally claiming in court that he suffered mental anguish over the editing. That is real. Hopefully they cover it in this. We'll see. CBS and Paramount Global realized the strength of this historic case and had no choice but to settle, the spokesperson added. President Trump will always ensure that no one gets away with lying to the American people. Dude, he's a pathological liar. Nobody has fucking lied more to the American people than King Doland. The king. Oh, wow. Long live the king. CBS, which is owned by Paramount, previously said the case was, quote, completely without merit and had asked a judge to dismiss it. It stressed the broadcast was, quote, not doctored or deceitful. The settlement marks the latest concession by a U.S. media company to a president who has targeted outlets over what he described as false or misleading coverage. According to the lawsuit filed in federal court in Texas, CBS aired two versions of the Harris interview in which she appeared to give different answers to the same question about the Israel-Gaza war. Interviewer Bill Whitaker asked the Democratic nominee about the Biden administration's relationship with Israel. The network later aired two different versions of her response, according to the claim. One clip aired on Face the Nation and the other on 60 Minutes. Trump claimed Harris's, quote, word salad answer had been deceptively edited in one version to shield her from backlash. CBS, which is the BBC's U.S. news partner, said it edited Harris's answer for a time, in accordance with television news standards. And this is the thing, guys. They're allowed to edit these interviews. Fox News has edited Trump's interviews a dozen fucking times. There's a famous clip from years ago when he was in a barber shop, and it took him like fucking 7 minutes to answer the easiest question, so they trimmed it down to like a 60-second answer. It's unfucking believable. Anyway. Trump sued, originally claiming for $10 billion, but that figure was later increased to $200 billion for damages. In May this year, the company offered $15 million to settle the suit, but Trump wanted more than $25 million. In a statement released on Tuesday, Paramount confirmed that the settlement fee included the president's legal fees, oh my God, and that it had agreed that 60 Minutes will release transcripts of interviews with future presidential candidates. Guys, the reason why this is important is because fascists have to target the free press. They have to target independent journalists. They have to target mainstream media, because the only way to paint this perfect world, the only way to make the people not see the terrible shit going on in Alligator Auschwitz or the horrifying shit going on with these 10 plus people dying in ICE detention, the only way to prevent people from seeing that is to have full, complete state-controlled media. And this is step one. This is first. And then also we covered recently that Trump is they're trying to like arrest this fucking journalist or whoever the fuck leaked the information. It is insane. It is absolutely insane. According to both the Wall Street Journal and New York Times, a settlement was agreed with the help of a mediator so as not to affect Paramount's planned merger with Skydance Media, which the FCC has been reviewing, and therefore Trump technically has the power to halt. Skydance Media? What is Skydance Media? Diversified media company, David Ellison in 2010. I feel like I know that name. I feel like I know that name. Why do I know this name, bro? Son of multi-billionaire and Oracle! No! 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 Oh my god. Oh my god, it's a coup d'etat. It's a coup d'etat. It's a coup. This whole fucking thing is a coup. This whole fucking thing is a coup. It's all a coup. This is a coup. This is all a fucking coup. Oh, Jesus.
Written into the Senate bill that they're...
Fuck you. Why'd I play you? Oh, Jesus. It's a coup. It's a fucking coup.
now being asked to approve without any changes of their own.
And now we got the bill. We're moving on to the bill here. This fucking bill is at a standstill. I don't even know why I'm showing you. What just happened just now? The fucking guy, David Ellison, who's trying to buy, merge CBS News, is one of the fucking sons of the founder of Oracle, dog.
Left town, handing House Republicans a kind of take it or leave it proposition that has, to put it mildly, rankled a few. Another irritant? Senate changes to the bill that House Republicans find to be, in some cases, too fiscally conservative, like steep cuts to Medicaid, or not fiscally conservative enough, such as adding trillions to the deficit. As a quick reminder, this bill makes permanent President Trump's
Oracle is like the world's leading technological manufacturer of like cloud computing, right? It is absolutely integral to this super AI tech feudalist world that they're trying to create, is having control over cloud computing. And you combine that with these XAI supercomputers that they're building in Memphis, Tennessee, not to mention all the fucking farmland that they're selling off to like OpenAI. It's so fucked. It's so fucked.
17 tax cuts, ends federal taxation of tip and overtime income, guts green energy subsidies, bankrolls a border wall, as well as a nationwide immigration set of arrests and deportation policies. It also increases defense spending by tens of billions of dollars. For all of the things that have been going on or not going on Capitol Hill, including White House meetings and White House top advisors coming to the Capitol, we turn to Nicole Killian for the latest. Nicole?
Yeah, that's right. Well, dude, all right, listen. OpenAI, Meta, Oracle, these are all these super technologically Silicon Valley funded corporations who are all tied in with Curtis Yarvin. They're all tied in with Peter Thiel, this whole plan to literally replace democracy with tech feudalism. Oracle is practically the same goddamn thing as fucking, what's it called? Palantir. Palantir and Oracle, they work hand in hand.
Director of the Office of Management and Budget came up here to Capitol Hill late this afternoon. Russ Vought to continue to meet with members. Of course, this after a White House meeting.
And now we got Russ Vought, who is meeting with members of the government. This fucking guy, Director of the United States Office of Management and Intelligence. This guy's a fucking nutcase.
Earlier today with the president and Dr. Oz. They sat down with a number of members of various factions of the House Republican Conference, but obviously we are still not at yes yet. The speaker, for his part, too, has been meeting with various members of his conference, and I asked him about the state of play. Take a listen. Can you talk about your conversations with the House Freedom Caucus since the chair continues
This
to say that
fucking
he's
guy, by the way, has got an app on his phone and on his son's phone so that they can monitor each other's porn consumption. Like, they verbatim got a spank bank on their fucking phone. It's father and son bonding shit. Fucking daddy-son goon time. It's the craziest shit you could possibly fucking imagine.
No?
Yeah, I've talked to Freedom Caucus members. I've talked to Budget Committee members. I've talked to members from the swing districts. I mean, every caucus in the House has had the Speaker's attention. I've heard their concerns about it, and the thing about it is when you have a piece of legislation that is this comprehensive and with so many agenda items involved, you're going to have lots of different priorities and preferences.
Now, the Speaker went on to say, you know, you're not going to make everyone 100% happy.
So right now, the Republicans are trying to, they got like 12 guys at risk of losing. And if the Republicans lose 3 votes, this thing's not passing. I firmly believe they will get the votes that they need. And I also think it's a lose-lose. If the bill passes, we're fucked. And if the bill doesn't pass, Trump is going to go on some executive order temper tantrum. And it's going to take dead-ass years for the fucking courts to rein in his shit. So, you know, I mean, this is just a complete assault on the American people. That's what we're going through. A fucking assault. Okay? Anyway, let's check Trump's truth. Let's see. Thank you for the gifted membership, Buddha Bud. Too late. Should resign immediately. Fed chair should be investigated by Congress. The FHA. Fuck off. So now he's just, and also he posted these 2 tweets about appointing these MAGA loyalist federal judges. Because, like, listen, thank you for the $10 donation. Listen, I told you is that Trump, he's going for the fucking schools. You saw that he went for the universities with Harvard and Columbia. He's going for the free press. He's going for ABC, CBS, and anybody. What's her name? Ann Seltzer, the girl with the poll that he didn't like. And now he's going for the fucking federal courts. This is how you fucking take over a nation. Thank you for the $10 donation, Missing Space. I'm going to get pissed drunk. The only way I can do it, saying is all the crap. Love you too, chat. Thank you. Have a good one. I appreciate you. Have fun. Don't drink too much. Make sure you have some water. I mean, it's a coup. It's a coup. I'm going to call it as I see it. It's a coup d'etat. You're going through a Trump alt-right fascist coup d'etat. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say no more. I don't know how to soften the blow. I mean, at the same time, if you saw my last video, they're building a fucking concentration camp. We got concentration camps all over the place. We got New York Times reporting that there's fucking people dying in these camps. There's women giving fucking miscarriages because they're not getting enough food or the medical care they need. There's a guy, a Cuban guy who was here for fucking 64 years he died. He died in ICE custody. He's been here for 6 decades. ICE picks him up and he fucking dies. And you know what Tom Homan says in response? He goes, well, people die. Alligator Auschwitz, bro. We got a fucking moat surrounding an ICE facility full of crocs and pythons. And motherfuckers, we love you. You dumb fucks. You would have cheered at the goddamn... You would have cheered as the trains took away the Jews. That's what you would have done. You would have cheered. You would have been like, goodbye, you fucking pieces of shit. Unbelievable. 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 It's only a matter of time before they start labeling all undocumented immigrants as vermin. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. Anyway, if you're here live, you stay. If you're here pre-recorded on YouTube, thank you very much for tuning into the Valenti VOD. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you absolutely nothing, and it helps me out immensely. If you do want to support the channel financially, because this is real independent media and I have no funding, I've never had a conversation with an advertiser or a billionaire or a government. If you do want to support this channel, all you got to do is become a member for $5, go to Patreon and become a patron for $5, buy some Valenti Videos merch, donate money to the channel using that thanks button to tip down below, and use the 40% off discount code for the Vantage subscription on Ground News, which is located in the description below. Other than that, click that video right there. I promise you it's a banger, and I know bangers. All right, decent. Not a banger, but decent. Decent. All right, so, we need to make a thumbie. So we need CBS in the background, and we need, let's see, so Paramount. We're going to get this, save image. Thummy time, episode 169. And then we're going to need Trump hugging flag. All right, let's go to Canva. Give me back my frames. Give me back my frames. Give me back my frames. Give me back my fucking frames. Hi, Luigi. Hi, Mama. You looking very pretty. So, how's everybody's day? How's everybody's day? Why is this shit quality? Is that not getting any better? Is that just dog shit quality? I think it is. Fuck. Probably gonna get sued if I put that on there, actually. Yeah, don't use that. Yeah. No, I got a better idea. Don't worry. I got a better idea. I got a better idea. I got a better idea. There we go. Period. And then I need a whole bunch of money. Does that look like shit? Kind of looks like shit, right? Why is your screen blank? I don't know, dog. Burger King. No. Oh, the Burger King crown. Like that? Add a tilt to it. And shade? Fuck you mean shade? You mean a shadow? You mean that? There we go. I see. I see. I get it. I get it. I get it. You guys, I'm stupid. Enhance. Chris, we can't even see that because of the face cam. You can't see what? Fuck are you guys talking about? Maybe I should just make the whole thing green. Bang! I think that's the thumbie. What do you think? All right, bang. That's a banger. I think that's a banger. Now it's a banger. That's a banger. And I know bangers. All right, let's get this fucker uploaded. You been watching me since you were 18, now you're 20? Nice. Time flies when you're getting yelled at by a fucking Italian dude, huh? Really does. Thanks for being a fan, though. Appreciate you. Just do a meet and greet in New York. Been watching on my walk. Brooklyn weather is so good. Yeah, I know. I was just outside meditating for a while. I gotta go back outside after this. All right, we need a title of the video. Oh yeah, President Valenti 2032. Hundo P, Hundo P, Hundo P, Hundo P. Chris, you owe me drawings. I'm sorry, Evie. Okay. Trump breaking. Trump sues or Trump attacks the Trump wins. Nope. Paramount bends the knee to Orange Hitler. Now, Paramount bends the knee to Trump fascism. Step by step. First, the universities. That's it now. Paramount bends the knee to Trump fascism. $16 million lawsuit. Don't think you need the word fascism? Okay. Trump. Paramount bends the knee to Trump. $16 million lawsuit. Now, that's in the thumbnail. Trump bends the knee, or Paramount bends the knee to Trump. The free press is under attack. There we go, that'll do. First, it's the universities, then it's the press, and finally, it's the judges. Welcome to an authoritarian dictatorship. Okay. Yes, I want this video monetized. Inappropriate language. End screen. Public. Publish. All right, that's done. That is done. Put the gabagool in the bag. Throw that guy in the fucking brig. 60 seconds. That's Italiophobia. How much you get off most videos? Fuck all. Fuck all, dog. My money comes from you guys donating to the channel, becoming members, buying merch. I get fuck all from ad revenue. Are you kidding me, bro? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? How did you come to becoming a democratic socialist? When my dad got cancer and I started to see how expensive healthcare truly was, and I was like, what do you mean? It's if you don't have health insurance, it's $2.8 million for chemo. What do you mean? What if we don't have health insurance? And they were like, that's, yeah. And I was like, what? That was kind of the beginning for me. The fuck? I was like, what the fuck do you mean, bro? So people just die? People are just like, I don't want my family to go into financial debt, so I guess I'll just die. Best nation on earth, by the way. Huh? The fuck? You think Trump will be able to deport Zoran? No. Not legally, at least. Not legally. Your thoughts on Marxism? Big Marxist. Huge Marxist. Huge Marxist here. Love Marxist. We love Marx. My dirty, smelly, humble fucking leader. I love our dirty, smelly goat. He's such a stinky fella. W Marx, W Marx, W Marx, W Marx. Thanks for the $5. F all to make up for the missing ad revenue. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Anyway, I'm gonna go, guys. I gotta go get some food in me, and I gotta feed the babies. I'm out of here. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to support the channel financially. I appreciate that. Other than that, I'm out of here. Malenti just showed up. You're such a fucking piece of shit. Don't forget to become a patron on Patreon. Don't forget to become a member here on YouTube. Buy merch. Use the 40% off discount code for the Vantage subscription on Ground News located in the description down below. And you can use that thanks button to donate directly to the channel. This is entirely grassroots funded independent media. I have no funding. I never had a conversation with an advertiser or a billionaire or a government. So every dollar goes a long way. Thank you very much for 73,000 subs. We've got to keep that going. I want to get that play button right over there. We'll get that at 100K. We're getting close. We're getting close, folks. Thank you very much. Have a good one.